Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications. Welcome back to my channel. It's Rua. I feel like I didn't say that. Today we're going to be just doing some acrylic practice. I know polygel this, polygel that. It's okay to do other mediums than polygel. Like polygel is not the only medium you can do. Excuse my hand, Miss Girl. I told you guys this in the other video, but I banged my hand on the table and it literally just cut my skin. It's just the worst feeling. Also, when my wounds scar, they scar black, which is really annoying. I wanted to curse. It's just really annoying because it takes forever to heal. That will probably be there for the next 6 months. I don't know what that means, but my skin scars black and it doesn't heal for the longest. So yeah, TMI, I know. But I was just prepping everything. I didn't know what colors I wanted to use. I wanted to do this. This was because someone asked me to do their nails, but they did it, I guess, the design, whatever. I was just practicing in the first place. I just stuck on this first nail that I stuck on was not trying to stick on, so I added another one after this one failed. But this is really a self-explanatory video, if that makes sense. I'm over here huffing and puffing into the microphone. If I say one more time, this is disorganized, but I just want to show you guys me doing this practice nail. It is a practice, so there's nothing really, no special explanation or tutorial. This is just like a chill watch or practice with me type video, like I did my other one. I just cut down these stiletto tips. They say stiletto, but they're not like what we think of as stiletto. They're just like a little bit of a curved stiletto, but these are perfect for coffin nails. I just file the top down. I'm gonna explain everything before you see it in the clips. I'm gonna file it down because it helps adhesion. Then I soak my brush. As you can see, I tried out different colors on the paper towel because I didn't know what color would look the best for any of the nails, so I pretty much do this most of the time. But if I don't know what I'm trying to go for, but I just filed it down a little. I tried to do some kind of marbly gradient effect, but the nail was too short. I didn't realize what I was doing until it happened, but it still turned out well. These are the colors and the acrylic brands that I used. It's just simple application. I usually put my beads down lower. I start from the edge of the nail and I work my way up to the cuticle, and at the cuticle I add more beads to create an apex so the nail doesn't snap as if it was a real hand. And I always encapsulate with Claire Mia Secret acrylic powder. So that's pretty much all you need to know for this portion. So as you can see here, I was playing around with this blue. The person said they wanted a blue type of gradient, but it was that dark blue marble white nail, but I don't have dark blue, and I'm not just gonna buy dark blue for just one nail set. But so I tried this teal. I thought for some reason teal would be better, but that light blue, you really can't see it, especially when you try to make a marble design with whites. It just basically blends into the white. So we had to make do with what we had, and it is what it is. That's all I have to say. I just try to pull it down. When you're doing marble, it doesn't matter in the end because most of the marble gets covered up. But if you were to do actual marble, make sure to try and place the colors where you want them and just flatten it out a little bit, but don't pull the colors into each other. Let it dry, especially with Mia Secret and Glam and Glitz. Their acrylic powders are a little bit wet. I don't know how to explain it. They're more runny, so you have to let it settle a bit so it gets a little bit harder, so when you move it around it doesn't melt into each other, but it creates a pattern of marble, if that makes any sense. Also try to pat down at the end just to make it a little bit flatter, so encapsulating is a lot easier. That's all I do. I do have a full-on practice with me real marble video. It's pink. It's down on my channel if you want to go check it out. It's very fun and fresh, very cute. Honestly, I want to do those nails on myself in the future, but for now this is what we have. as you can see, I'm just waiting for the bead to dry a little bit, like, if that makes sense, or set. And then I see, this is where I pulled it down a little bit too much. I completely just messed up the design. I mean, it still looks like a really pretty nail, it just doesn't look like what I was going for. It looks like I just added like polka dots or something at the end of the nail, which is fine. She's a mammoth, of course. I'm sorry, that meme again. So yeah, I just pulled down the color. I did pull this down a little too much, but honestly, you can make it a whole entire design, a whole entire different design than what we were going for. That's fine. Yeah, and I just kept adding. At that point, I just knew there was no going back, so I was just like, okay, we just have to make it work. So I just started building up the apex a little bit more and building down the strength at, like, towards the tip of the nail, as if it was like a real finger. All right, this is the nail. This is her. She's cute or whatever, and she's just like, I love this nude on darker skin tones, and I really want to do something else with this nude color. Comment down below if you have any ideas. I want to do something like a different design, but I really love this nail. I love how it turned out. I love the coffin shape. So now let's move on to the next design. if you guys can or can't see, I basically just broke off the nail after I got like the shots that were needed. But yeah, again, I just buff a little, add some glue to this stiletto tip, and then I glue it to this. I would recommend getting these practice fingers off of AliExpress, and don't get the regular ones. Get these with the little fake nail on them. You can see glue on my hands. Okay, we already know. But get the ones with the little extension of a nail on them, because it makes it 1,000 times easier, and it's a little bit more realistic, because the other ones are like weirdly shaped and it's hard to put a nail on it. So this one just made a lot more sense to me. And make sure to press down your tips long enough, because it will slide off if you don't. I typically go for like 20 seconds or so, and then I again cut off the edge of it. And this design is just a simple French tip. You see me do this with polygel. It's pretty much similar with acrylic, where with polygel at least, because I always start from the tip of the nail and I work my way to the cuticle. Same with acrylic, I always start from the tip and then I create my gradient with the top color at the cuticle, which would be pink. And here I didn't know which pink I wanted to use. Most of my pinks are dark, some are like pinkish purple, so I decided to use like the lightest one and then use like a cover pink from Mia Secret to kind of make the gradient a little bit more cohesive. And that's pretty much it. It's the same process as I did for the first nail. So I'm just gonna let you guys watch this so you can stop hearing me talk. Then of course we file and buff, typical. I love filing and buffing on just one hand or one finger. It's like the easiest thing. You don't have to think about it. You can catch up on your favorite TV shows. You don't even have to look at it. And I realized again, like when you use these stiletto tips, it takes down the filing down process a lot because it's already the perfect shape. All you have to do is like rough up or fix the rough edges. Then I go in with my favorite top coat. It's like, I'm just kidding, it's just like the most convenient top coat I just bought. Top coat is top coat. I just slide it down the nail. Make sure to kind of like wiggle it a little bit to cover any like scratches or grooves that were left over from buffing, but that's usually not the case with acrylic. It's usually perfectly smooth. I just do that a couple times and then I cure, and that's the nail, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.